Hello again, this is Vildra. I am back with another speed build. I planned to build a small house, but as I looked for pictures for inspiration, I did another big house. This is built on a 30 by 40 in Oasis Springs, the Arid Ridge lot. And I've called it Villa Rosa. I thought the style sort of fits in this region. It's like Mediterranean, Spanish, Mexican, well, the kind of style that is predominant in Oasis Springs. I had a few issues with this, but I'm kind of happy with the outcome. This is actually a picture I found of a house that is built in Croatia, a luxurious villa. It has 3 bedrooms with double beds and en-suites and an extra bathroom downstairs. 1 bedroom is downstairs and 2 upstairs. I changed a lot of stuff after I moved in the playtester, which is after I stopped recording. So there will be changes compared to what you see. As usual, there were lots of compromises because there just isn't the items you need. For instance, the columns that I'm using here in the original, they were all brick columns. And it was like a more orangey brick, not so, it looked more worn, or I don't know how to put it, but and the issue with the columns on the balcony there is that they stick out outside the walls unless I put a trim on there, wall trim, which I really didn't want, but I had to. And also I had issues with the roofs. They were cutting in to rooms, and also I couldn't find a pattern. This is not the pattern I wanted. I'm switching to a more orange pattern later, but both the roof texture and these stone wall textures, they looked very flat and not like stone when I looked at them closer. Also the roofs, they looked very painted, and I got unhappy with that as time went on, but it is as it is. I would change the color of the roof and the roof trim many times. I think I managed finally to solve the roof clipping issues with changing the roof trims eventually, which will be in this video as well. But I did a lot of changes. For instance, as I followed the original as much as possible, but the plastered walls on the part of the house that isn't stone, I changed that last minute to a sort of, well, like the neighboring house. It looks like really, really, really worn out white bricks. And the original was kind of yellowy, but it ended up not fitting with the color scheme. Another thing I changed after playtesting was also I changed all the exterior doors, because somehow I got it into my head that these windows with the shutters, that they were from Strangerville, so I matched them with Strangerville doors. Then I realized that they're base game, so I looked instead at base game doors, and well, then I just changed them. I changed them during the game as well, during the video as well. I made some of them white, but I would change them after finishing the house and uploading it. 2 base game doors. I had a lot of other issues. I had an issue with fireplaces. I switched that so many times. I had issues with stairs. Where the stairs would go and how to shape them was not a problem. I had the usual problem I always get with wanting to knock out one floor space, one floor tile, and losing the whole floor, but I solved that. But the other problem I had was I found banisters that I wanted, and of course there wasn't a matching fence, so I wasn't happy with that. But mostly the banisters cut into the walls, both the exterior wall and the wall to the bedroom upstairs, and that was really annoying. And that is something I also changed when I had the playtester in. I had to switch to completely different stairs and banisters. And as you see, I've raised the house up, and I think I will raise it up even more later. But while I was playtesting, I also lowered it, so no stairs were needed. I just had it up 1 notch. Let's see, where am I? I'm still in the exterior. I did quite a lot of the exterior work before starting to decorate this time. I did most of the garden with plants and trees and whatnots, paths and patios. But I changed some of it also after moving in the playtester. I added a koi pond, which is not in the video, but you'll see it in the screenshots. It's got quite a big pool, and of course the shutters were completely different in the model I used for inspiration, and the doors were totally different as well, and everything was well matched. Doesn't work like this. I really wanted this roof tile, but it looked so not realistic. So I changed that many times. Now I'm changing it again, and I'm not quite happy with it. And I had issues with the eaves, because you see the columns are sticking out outside, and if I put out the eaves, the roof stick out. That roof of the patio is going to stick out a little. I couldn't find a solution for it, really. It's sad that you can't move the columns with move objects and place them where you want them. I would have put them a little further in if I could have. But they were supposed to be sort of orange worn brick from top to bottom, and that's not the case, as you can see. Changing roof again. It would change a lot of times. There's not a lot of windows on the back side, but there were floor plans with the pictures of this house, and there actually weren't many windows towards the back. And also the pictures showed a house built on a totally differently shaped lot, so I had to improvise and go with what I had. What else can I say about this? It's a big house, and it's quite luxurious, and it's got kind of a mixture between modern items and more sort of colonial items, and I'm still not sure which of the bedrooms is to be considered the master. I planned for the last one I made to be the master, but I'm not sure it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. And I also tried to make them different color schemes. I notice I tend to favor the same objects all the time. It was different when I used to use a lot of CC. There is no CC in this, but I kind of I really love the CC, but I had so much it made my game really laggy, so I've removed everything. And also last time when I uploaded the build, my last build, it was marked as modded just because I had the red clutter shelf in my inventory. I didn't even use it, so this time I excluded that, so this is not marked as modded. You will need all cheats though, move objects and entitlement unlocks, and I also have some debug item, not many. I think I've got a remote control for the TV. I think that is the only CCI debug item, but to be safe, just do both the show hidden objects and show live edit objects in case you want to download it. But as you see, unusual for me, I did most of the garden before starting on the interior, which I normally don't do. But I will add a koi pond later, and I will also move some of the flowers, and I would change those green bushes and instead put in white flowers. Those are red thistles. Really like those. I don't know what it was in the original, but it was red flowers and white at the front. The trees I had to improvise with and try to pick stuff that fit together. I'm not sure it was lavender in the original. Mailboxes is always difficult, I think. I would have wanted one with a base in brick, but there was no such mailbox. Between this stone bush thing and the two green trees, I put in the koi pond. I wanted the pool water to look bluer, more aqua, but I didn't make it. I thought maybe if I changed the color of the walls and the floor in the pool, it will change the color of the water, how it looks. I'm not sure it made that much of a difference, but I never got to the color I wanted. And there were no colors to choose that fit. I think I moved these lights as well when I'm play testing, the ones on the short ends, and I also put in lamps in the bottom of the pool. Well, maybe it got a little bit more aqua in color, I don't know. There were other things I changed when I play tested. I realized because when I moved in the playtester, it was winter, so the entire garden wilted, and there were dry leaves all over the garden, and everything was brown and black. So I had to spend some time in the game before I could do the screenshots of the exterior. And then I realized that I had almost no skill building items in the house, so I put in a few on the back behind the kitchen and patio. I put in a woodworking table and a candle making table and a flower arrangement table, and I put in a guitar in the hallway and an easel on the balcony. So there are a few skill building items. I also had to move things slightly in the bathrooms and some clutter in the kitchen. You can see there how the banister cuts into the walls. I had to swap it for a totally different banister, and then I had to swap the stairs as well. So the stairs will be white, and also the banisters. I had to pick the one that didn't cut into the walls, because when you were close up, it also showed on the exterior walls. It was crazy. And then it showed in the adjacent bedroom on the second floor. This one also has laundry. So this is the downstairs bathroom, the family bathroom, or what you'd call it. And this that I'm working on first is the laundry room. She did a lot of laundry. I hope there isn't any laundry left in the laundry bags, but I can't guarantee it. There might also be some food in the fridge. And also, I usually like to go for lighter woods, but I try to focus mostly on dark woods in this build. For some reason, I thought it fit. And I wanted to use different colors than I normally use. I tend to go light colors, maybe some blue or pink, but not that much brown, and not that much blue either, actually. But I tried to think about what would fit in with a house, and not as much as what colors I tend to fall back. Well, I usually do a lot of black and white as well. I did the last bedroom, turned out to be a lot of black and white, which I tend to fall back on that a lot. and after a while I realized that, oh gosh, I'm almost making the same bedroom I've made several times. Let's not make it black with white accents. Let's make it white with black accents instead. And also in the beginning I put bathtubs in almost all the bathrooms. And then I realized, no, that doesn't work. I need to change the sizes of these rooms, these bathrooms. They're too big. So I swapped out, so only the downstairs bathroom has a bathtub in the end. I also switch out the showers one by one. I think I do that while I was still recording. But otherwise the bathrooms are pretty similar. It's only the last bathroom that I used different items in. I should really have cut them out of the video, I guess. Let's see, what else did I do? I will eventually build a small office. I don't know why, but there was a small room with a side entrance that in the original sketch it had just a table and a couple of chairs. I moved those to the balcony later on, and instead I make it into a small office. And I realized while I was playtesting that I hadn't cluttered it much, so I did that after I stopped recording, which you will also see in the screenshots. And here is the banister. I don't know why it puts on banisters when there are walls. Why would it do that? Here I struggle with that one tile that I need to get rid of. I work it out eventually, but then I had the weird glitch where I divided the room with the fence, and then the stairs took out the fence, but the sim couldn't go through it anyway because there was an invisible fence. But I fixed that, so it works. There were built-in wardrobes everywhere for all the bedrooms, so I really didn't need any dresses, but I think I put in dresses in, well, at least 2 of them anyway, because it's a nice piece of furniture, really. Well, I don't think I'll be doing voiceover this entire video. I will instead play some music. But this is on the gallery, and my origin ID is Vildra if you want to download it. And if you put up with a long video, this was a long build. It was 6.5 hours, and I've sped it up 8 times to make it slightly shorter, but it's still a long video. But if you put up with it, thank you for watching, and I look forward to the next build already. Thank you for watching. Bye. And I will play you some music.
it's a nice atmosphere, new fresh air. We going out, hanging out like, we don't care. We are new honey party people, ladies, they better get dressed. Like good vibes in our minds, ain't nobody feels real. I'm like a good bad boy, I know you like how it feels. A little spice could be sweet when you know what you need. You are in my space, I hear the sound of your heels. I can't resist your tight dress and your steady red lips. Just come on, say why, could you prove me you're real? Maybe I'm just a little dry, maybe you're just a dream. What's your name, little angel? Are you devil in disguise? Never mind, doesn't matter when I'm falling for your eyes. In the flashing lights, don't recognize anything. If you want to know, I could find you some space. I leave the worry behind, don't need to think at all. Maybe you should fill your blood with some alcohol. Are you ready for the summer like that brand new healing? See a smile on your face, like if you know what I'm feeling. Thinking, oh, for now, this time gonna be crazy. All the parties on my mind go neon and hazy. Light it up to the sky, let the universe know. Everybody getting high, just to go with the flow. No depression, no, better jump on the ride.